Students, today I am going to take a class of novel chapter 2. Lucy takes her father home. Okay, in the previous chapter I have taught you, in the chapter 1 I have taught you about who the introduction of Defarge, Dr. Manette, Lucy. Okay, so, in this chapter 2, in the chapter 1, we have read about that Lucy had come to take her father home. Okay, let's proceed for the next chapter. Little by little, their eyes grew used to the dim light. Why it's called the dim light? Why it's saying that their eyes are growing used to the dim light? Actually, Dr. Maneth, who was imprisoned in a dark room, okay, and Dr. Maneth has a habit, okay, to stay in a dim light, okay, অন্ধকারে থাকতে উনি অভ্যস্ত হয়ে গেছিলেন, okay, that is why their little eyes also, that means Lucy, okay, when they are going to meet Dr. Maneth, okay, they are going to grow a habit of dim light. Then the miserable poverty of the room became clear. Okay, রুমের povertyটা দেখা যাচ্ছে. The room was like a prison cell. What are there? A prison bed is there, a chair is there, a stool, a shoemaker's bench, and these were the only things in the room. So guys, if I questioned you, please describe the appearance of the room. You need to write from the dim light up to the room, in the room up to that. Good day, Defarge greeted the shoemaker. Defarge, you know the character Defarge, the owner of the shop, of the wine shop. Good day, a faint voice answered. Faint, that means weak voice. You are still working, Auntie? Yes, I'm working, the faint voice said. Mr. Lorry went up to the shoemaker. Mr. Lorry, who's a friend of Dr. Maneth. Look, you have a visitor, Defarge said. Let him see what you are doing. দেখো দেখাও তুমি কি করছো? Doing, the weak voice repeated. Whose voice is? It's Dr. Maneth's voice. The voice was so low. The voice was so low that Mr. Lorry could hardly hear it. Okay, শুনতেই পারলো না, এত আস্তে আওয়াজ দিচ্ছে. What's your name, my friend? Mr. Lorry asked. Name. এমনভাবে হাবভাব করছে মনে হয় সব কিছু ভুলে গেছে ডক্টর ম্যানেথ. Your name, my friend. Name 105 North Tower. What is this 105, guys? This is the prison cell number. Okay, his you can say that every prisoner has a number, and that number is written upon their clothes, upon their t-shirt, shirt, okay, whatever it may be, the prison cell's dress. But your real name, tell me your real name. 105 North Tower. Are you sure? 105 North Tower. Again, he is repeating the same words. For a time, there was silence. The shoemaker went on with his work. Then Laurie spoke again. That's nice shoes you are making. Have you always been a shoemaker? তুমি কি আগে থেকেই shoemaker ছিলে? অ্যাকচুয়ালি এই কথাটা কেন বললো? টেস্ট নেওয়ার জন্য, যে ওর মেন্টালি ডিস্টার্ব তো নেই বা কিছু ভুলে যায়নি তো. Shoemaker, I'm a shoemaker. Have you always been a shoemaker? Yes, I have. Yes, again he's giving no. I learned how to make shoes here. They let me learn. তারা এখানে আমাকে শিখিয়েছে, আমি আগে থেকে ছিলাম না. Look at me, Dr. Manette, Mr. Lorry said. The prisoner looked up obediently. He began to shake. He dropped the shoe he was holding. Okay, now he is hearing very carefully. Dr. Manette, don't you remember me? Don't you remember Jarvis Lorry? I am Jarvis Lorry, your friend and your banker, Dr. Manette. Lorry's words seemed to have no meaning for the shoemaker, because long years in prison had weakened his mind. এত বছরকার প্রিজন তাকে হয়তো তার রিমেম্বারেন্সটাকে উইক করে দিয়েছে পুরোটাই. And he was now nearly mad. He picked up the shoe. He began working again. He hadn't replied anything. Then Lucy came near his bench and he saw her bright dress. He looked up and he saw her lovely face and he began to shake again. Who are you? He asked weakly. Lucy did not answer. She sat down beside him for a long time. অনেকক্ষণ তার বাবার কাছে বসলো. And he looked in wonder at her. খুব অবাক হয়ে দেখলো বাবার দিকে. Then he put out his hand and touched her hair. Okay? That means ডক্টর ম্যানেতের ফিলিংস তার মেয়ের প্রতি সেটা ছিল একটা ইমোশন যাকে বলা হয়. He gave a deep sigh and he went back to his work. After a minute, he stopped. Again, he put out his hand. Again, he touched her soft hair. Okay? It is the same, he whispered. That means a long 18 years ago, he had touched his daughter. And after this 18 years later, he is again touching her daughter. And that resembles the same. Okay? সেম মনে হচ্ছে তার, সেম টাচ, সেম ইমোশনস. বাট হাউ ক্যান বি? হি পুট হিজ হ্যান্ড টু হিজ নেক অ্যান্ড হি took off the string that was around it. Tied to the string was tiny bag. ওই স্ট্রিংয়ের মধ্যে একটা ব্যাগ ছিল, হ্যাঁ. And he opened this carefully on his knees. He took out 2 or 3 golden hairs. My God, this golden hair he had collected, okay, 18 years ago. It's the same, his whisper, the same. He turned then. Lucy, who are you? Tell me. I shall tell you, said Lucy very softly. I shall tell you everything soon. খুব তাড়াতাড়ি সব কিছুই বলে দেবো তোমাকে. But now I shall say only this. I love you and I shall never leave you. That means যখন ডিফার্জ তাকে মিট করালো তার ফাদারের সাথে, ডক্টর ম্যানেসের সাথে, তখন কিন্তু বলেনি কি এরা কারা. ঠিক আছে? তো মিস্টার লরি, জার্ভিস লরি, সে তো নিজে ইন্ট্রোডাকশনটা দিয়ে দিল, বাট লুসি স্টিল নাও এখনও চুপচাপ রয়েছে. এখন বড় হয়ে গেছে, মুখ চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে, বাট ডক্টর ম্যানেজ যিনি আছেন, হি ইজ ফিলিং, হি ইজ টু মাচ ডাউট দ্যাট ইট মে বি হিজ ডটার. Lucy put her arm around his neck and she drew his head to her breast. Rest. তার বাবাকে পিস দিল, কমফর্ট দিল, ঠিক আছে, তার ব্রেস্টের ওপরে সে হাত দিয়ে মাথা দিয়ে বাবা রেস্ট করছে. and she said gently, then speaking like a mother to her child, she said, rest my dear one, rest. You are safe now. You are with me and you are safe. Soon we shall go home. She stroked his white head and repeated, rest my dear one, rest. Slowly Dr. Manners' eyes closed and his head lay peacefully on Lucy's breast. Soon he fell asleep. The little room was very quiet. We must take him away at once. তাড়াতাড়ি নিয়ে যেতে হবে আমাদেরকে, মিস্টার লরি বলল. Is he strong enough for the journey? Lucy asked him very softly. I don't know, but I'm sure that we ought to take him away from Paris. থেকে নিয়ে যেতে হবে immediately. You are right, Defarge said. Paris will soon be no place for you. Then he asked, why he is saying that Paris will soon be no place for you? Let's go. আমরা আগে যে যাবো বুঝতে পারবো কেন বলেছিল লাইনটা, মাথায় মনে রাখবে, লাইনটা ভীষণ ইম্পর্টেন্ট. Then he asked, who would you like me to hire a carriage and horses for you? Yes, I will come with you, Mr. Lorry said. I will stay here with my father, Lucy said softly. You see how peacefully he is sleeping? Lock the door and leave us here. The two men went out to make arrangements for the journey to London. তারাকে নিয়ে যাবে, ডক্টর ম্যানেথকে বাড়ি নিয়ে যাবে. Lucy sat there with her father, waiting for them to return. Her eyes were full of tears as she watched his thin white face. Those years in prison had almost killed him. একদম রোগা হয়ে গেছে ডক্টর ম্যানেথ, ঠিক আছে, এত লং ইমপ্রিজনমেন্ট তাকে পুরো শেষ করে দিয়েছে. As he lay there, it was hard to tell whether he was alive or dead. My poor father, Lucy whispered, weeping soundlessly. Mr. Lorry and Defarge soon returned, and Dr. Maneth awoke. Obediently, he ate and drank. Obediently, he put on the clothes that they had brought for him. সব কিছুই obediently করে যাচ্ছে ডক্টর ম্যানেথ. Obediently, he tried to walk down the stairs. With the help of Lucy and Mr. Lorry, he was able to reach the carriage. Carriage পর্যন্ত পৌঁছালো তাকে নিয়ে. All three entered the carriage and drove away. Defarge wished them a good journey and watched them go. Defarge wish করলো, farewell দিল তাদেরকে, and so did Madame Defarge তাকে farewell দিল. দেখো পিকচার দেখতে পাচ্ছ তোমরা এখানে. Then she returned to her knitting. Again, Madame Defarge became busy in her knitting job. She felt her husband's eyes were on her and she looked up. There was great sorrow on his face. কেন কি এত বছর একটা মানুষের সাথে থাকা, হট করে চলে যাওয়া একটা বিশাল বড় কষ্ট হয়. There was great anger there too. Patience, she said to him. Yes, the doctor has suffered, but vengeance is near. Okay? তাদের এবার এত বছর তো স্ট্রাগল করলো ডক্টর ম্যানেন, চলো এবার পিস তার লাইফে যেন আসে, কোনো স্ট্রাগল যেন না থাকে। দে হ্যাভ উইসড অ্যাট লাস্ট। সো গাইজ, দিস ওয়াজ our second chapter, and I'm sending you the textual questions answers from this book. Okay, I'll wait for my next video upon the literature. Thank you.